to put out social media content that grabs our audience's attention and stops that scrolling thumb in its track. You may have the informative and entertaining content your audience wants, but that isn't always enough. To grab attention within a feed of thousands of other posts, your content needs to be designed correctly, and that's exactly what I'm going to help you with within this video. We will be going through the process of creating a social media post, and I will be explaining my thought process and design decisions along the way, so you can come out the other side not only knowing how to design a social media post that stands out, but why you have made certain design decisions. Let's get into it. So we're going to be creating social media posts for a business called Flow. You may recognize them from a previous video where I created their brand identity. They sell energy drinks with the aim of supporting women going through their menstrual cycle. Before jumping straight into creating the post, it's good to get an understanding of what you want to achieve with them. What is the overall goal? Is it brand awareness? Is it to sell something? Or is it purely for entertainment? We need to identify this before designing because it can affect certain design decisions. For Flow, the goal is to increase brand awareness. Being a new business, this makes sense. The aim of this content is to inform their target audience of what it is their drink provides and how it can help them. With that being said, let's start putting together our first social media post. First things first, you'll need all of the brand assets, or if you're doing this on behalf of a client, you'll need their brand assets. This includes things like the color palette, fonts, the full logo suite, and anything else like the brand pattern or brand assets. All social media content will use these brand assets, which ensures brand consistency across all marketing materials. So as I previously mentioned, the post we'll be creating will be an informative one with the goal of brand awareness. Keep this in mind. To our blank canvas, we will first be adding an image of the product. This puts the main thing, that being the can, front and center, which allows us to design around this, and it will be the biggest component within the post. Using an isolated mockup works well here, as we want the text to sit around this. If you're looking for mockups to use within your own post, be sure to check out the sponsor of this video, Envato Elements. They have over 30,000 incredible mockup templates that you can use all for one small monthly fee. Be sure to check out the link in my description. Back to the post. So at the moment, the can looks a little dehydrated, and one of the main selling points of this drink is that it contains electrolytes, so this needs to change. We will add some water droplets to the can, which will play into the human psychology and make the drink look a lot more refreshing. So next, we're going to choose the background color using the brand's color palette. I think for this one, the pink sits best with the can as the colors match, keeping the post looking really nice and clean and consistent, and not creating too much contrast in the post color scheme, which can actually lead to the post looking untidy and inconsistent. Now we can move on to adding some text, and at this stage, this is where visual hierarchy becomes really important. For those of you who don't know, visual hierarchy is the arrangement of elements to show their order of importance. We now need some copy that relates to the can and the goal of the drink. I actually have a few slogans that the business has provided me with, and I will see which one fits best. So this text will be large and it will sit above the can, making it the main point of interest. The can will then move closer to the bottom to ensure they aren't both hierarchically battling for your attention. At the moment, the text is sat on too much white space, making it look kind of lonely. So to solve this, we can utilize some of the brand assets within the brand identity, one of which being that really nice water swirl within the brand pattern. So we're gonna add this behind and above the can to make it look like a splash of water and act as a speech bubble coming from the can. The text will then sit nicely within this. The use of this pattern helps reinforce the order of visual hierarchy by making the text stand out even more. Now, looking at the post, there is some white space either side of the can, which gives us a good opportunity to add something here. Bear in mind though, we do not want to overcrowd and eliminate all of that white space within the post, because this will lead to it looking very messy and making the viewer feel very overwhelmed with information, causing them to just scroll straight past it. I think a few brief lines of text would fit nicely either side of the can. It also gives us a chance to give them more information about the drink, which reverts back to the goal of the post, which which is to inform. The last thing that I'm going to do to this post is add an overlay. So I like to do this because it adds texture and prevents the design from looking too flat. And there it is, the social media post created for Flow. So if we take a look at the post, the main takeaways from creating this are to know the aim and goal of the post, to remember to use visual hierarchy, to keep the post clear and concise and not overwhelmed with information. Remember, you can always add more information into the caption, to keep to 2 to 3 brand colors to keep it consistent, use a consistent set of fonts, and to keep the brand assets and images nice and balanced and not overcrowded. So here's a quick look at some other posts I designed for Flow, all with the same goal of increasing brand awareness and informing the audience. This gives you a good idea of how to follow a consistent set of brand assets and the brand identity, creating some really cool graphics. As you can see, one of the posts is intended to be a seamless carousel post for Instagram. This is a meet the brand type of post, and every time you swipe, you will learn something new about the brand. Now, this is a great way to create an interactive post, and more people are engaged when there are interactive elements. Let me know if you'd be interested in me doing a dedicated video on how to create your own seamless carousel post for Instagram. So I hope this video has given you a real insight into how to create social media posts for your own design clients, or if you're a business owner watching, it's given you some inspiration to create your own with the right tools and tips. If you want to see what my own Instagram account looks like where I design my own graphics, then make sure you go and check that out. It's Abby Connick. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you at the next video. Hey guys, a very impromptu video coming from me just sat on my sofa. I just wanted to come on here and say thank you so much for the amount of support that I've been having on my YouTube channel and on my videos. It is just incredible. From those who joined me at the start of my journey a year and a half ago when we had around, I think, 100 subscribers, to now building an incredibly supportive community of over 80,000 people. My brain can't even manage that amount of people. So thank you so much. I see every single one of your comments, so I'm just so thankful and grateful to have such an incredible community. So to give back to the community, I want to offer a 20% sale off of my design shop and my templates. So if you want to get that sale, use the code COMMUNITY. It will be available for the next 24 hours. So if you've been eyeing them up, go and get them, because I rarely ever do any sales on the design shop. One more thing whilst I've got your attention, if there's anything that you want to see coming up on this channel, any videos or any ideas that you want to see from me, make sure you pop them in the comments so I can see them. It really helps with building those ideas and creating videos that really help designers. So if there's anything that you struggle with daily as a designer, make sure you pop them in the comments so I can create a video or some ideas around that topic.